The University Club at Arlington is home to the Eastern Kentucky University men's and women's golf teams, as well as the Professional Golf Management School for Eastern Kentucky University. The University Club is unique. We have zoysia fairways throughout. We also have some major undulating greens, as well as fairways, as well as your approaches to the greens. Hole number 1 is a medium length par 4 with a dogleg left. The small green is one that you do not want to go long because there's a steep hill behind it, so hitting this green is premium. Hole number 2 is a moderately long par 5. The key here is to get your ball in play off the tee box and then try to hit to the bottom of the hill in the fairway for your approach shot. When you get down at the bottom, your green is a very well elevated green, small target again, so the key here is that third shot into the green. Hole number 3 is a short par 4, dogleg right. Key here is just put it in play in the fairway. You have a narrow green, not very deep, so a premium shot into the green will help you hold this green. Hole number 4, again a short par 4, dogleg to the right. You want to try to hit to the middle of the fairway or up onto the top of the shelf of the fairway so that your feet are flat, somewhat flat, going to the approach shot into the green. It's a bigger green, but it's still kind of tricky. You do not want to go long here. Hole number 5 looks like an innocent par 3. The key here is to make sure you take enough club, because with that elevated green, it may play a little bit longer, and not to throw caution into the wind, but there is OB long over the green, so be careful. Hole number 6 is a moderately long par 4, dogleg left. The key here is your approach shot. Again, it's an elevated green that's kind of small, so you want to make sure you take enough club to get to the green. Hole number 7, moderately long par 3, a very large green, so you want to make sure you take enough club if the pin is in the back. Do not miss it left. There is nothing but trouble to the left. Hole number 8 is a moderately long par 4. The key here is hitting the middle of the fairway so that you'll be able to see the green once you get to your approach shot. Once you get to that approach shot, be careful on your distances. It is a lower green, so you might want to club down. Hole number 9 is a pretty long par 5. Fairly easy to hit the fairway, but then you want to make sure your second shot, you want to keep it more to the left. This hole has a tendency to guide you to go to the right. Right can be trouble with the trees as well as out of bounds, but once you get to that point, you can see the green, but the green is kind of shallow, so make sure you club correctly. Hole number 10 is a short par 4, but if you look at it from the back tee, it looks like a bowling alley. So key here is just hit the fairway. Once you hit the fairway, you should have a shorter distance club into this green. Hole number 11, again, you have a short par 4, but the premium here is your tee shot. Just make sure you put it in play. Too far left is out of bounds. Too far to the right, you can be in trouble there. So make sure you just try to hit the fairway. Then you should have a shorter distance club into the green. Hole number 12 is a pretty long par 5. The key here off the tee shot is to make sure you aim to the right. Anything you hit to the right, to the center, will end up in the left rough. Once you get into the fairway, you'll see everything out in front of you, but then you should have a pretty lengthy or smaller shot into the green. Hole number 13 is a good par 5. If you're fortunate enough to be able to tee over the water, you're fine. But if you're one of those that have to tee further back to hit over actually carry the water, all you have to do is hit the fairway and then the hole becomes that much easier. Once you get near the green, if you miss it, just miss it left. There's plenty of room there to recover. Hole number 14 is a pretty lengthy par 3. The bunkers may seem intimidating on the left, but as long as you carry those, the green is a huge green with a lot of room on it, so you should be fine. 15 looks like a very narrow passageway. Just hit the fairway. Once you get there, you may want to club up to your approach shot. That green almost looks like it's level with you, but it is higher than where you're standing in the fairway. 16 is a pretty long hole for a par 3. The key here is if you miss it to the right. Anything left will be in the water or on a steep bank that proves to be impossible. So just club it, make sure if you do miss it, go right. Hole 17 could be one of the longest par 4s around. Key here is just hit the fairway and then don't be afraid to take more club to get it to the hole. This hole may run its way down to the green, but it takes a pretty lengthy second shot to get on and two. Another thing you might want to think about on this one is if you miss it left. Do not go right. This green goes down to the water side. 18 is a pretty lengthy par 4. This shot, once you hit it in the fairway, your approach to that green, you might want to take more club because that elevated green will allow for that, but you also have plenty of room on the green. There's no place to really miss it here, so you should be okay. Just don't go too long.